Hello, I'm Lebbeus Coons. Let me tell you about my life. I was born in Plymouth, upstate New York on May 13, 1811. I married Marion Williamson in Spafford, New York in 1832. That same year we joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I studied medicine under the direction of a doctor until I was ready to serve as a physician and surgeon. We moved to Kirtland, Ohio in 1833, where I was blessed to nurse and heal the sick. I was called to go on Zion's camp. I returned home with myself being taken in sickness. My wife feared that I had died and left her widowed with an infant daughter. I served 2 missions while living in Kirtland. Both were in New York. When I returned home, we had 2 daughters, Adeline and Susan. In the summer of 1837, we disposed of our land and house and purchased 40 acres of farmland in Coles County, Illinois. I continued to practice medicine even as far as the Springfield area. It was here that we had our 3rd child, Sydney. I was assigned as a leader of the Camp Creek area in Hancock County. While in Hancock County, Mary Elvira and Martha Ann were born. Martha Ann died in infancy. In January of 1846, through plural marriage, I married 2 widows, Elizabeth Maria Dixon and Sarah King Hillman. Our trek across Iowa included Mary Ann and our 4 children, Elizabeth and her 4 children, and Sarah and her 3 children. After arriving in the Middle Missouri Valley, I was chosen by Brigham Young to survey the Iowa side of the river to establish settlement sites. I selected a site along the bottomlands about 19 miles south of Coonsville. It was here that our 6th child was born on July 27, 1846. We named her Patience after my mother. The new settlement was named Bethlehem. We lived here for about 1½ years. In 1848, another settlement was founded up in the bluffs about 5 to 6 miles away. The town was laid out with a central public block running parallel to the 4 quadrants and small block laid out a short distance from the square. A grist and sawmill were built on Keg Creek, about 3/4 of a mile from our claims. The settlement was called Coonville or Coonsville. By 1850, many of the saints wanted to get ready to go to the Salt Lake Valley. Joseph W. Coolidge placed an ad in the Frontier Guardian newspaper offering for sale the saw and flouring mills. Elijah Allen also ran an ad for the grist and saw mill and a farm of 160 acres. Our settlement was originally in Pottawatomie County, but in 1851 Mills County was formed, and then in 1853 Coonville became Glenwood and the county seat of Mills County. I was elected Mills County's prosecuting attorney. It wasn't uncommon for gangs of men on horseback with guns to stop land and property sales and threaten church members on the street. Most good members of the church simply moved out. I sent my families on to Utah with the exception of Mary Ann. Lebbeus Coons, Jr. was born in 1850 in Coonville. In 1853, we temporarily moved back to Bethlehem and had our 8th child, John Williamson Coons. Mary Elizabeth Dixon married Asahel Enoch Thorne in February of 1852. They emigrated to Box Elder County, Utah in 1853, where they resided until their deaths. Sarah King came west in 1852 with her son Silas Hillman and settled in Utah County, Utah. She died in 1870 in Salem. We moved 55 miles north to Gallons Grove to be near our married children. Finally, we moved to the mouth of Soldier River on the Missouri River, where I farmed and continued working as a physician and surgeon. When the members of my extended family left for Utah, I ended my long stay in Iowa and moved to Heber City, Wasatch County, Utah in 1865. In 1867, my wife Mary Ann died. I moved to Richfield, Sevier County, Utah, where I passed away in 1872. My final resting place is there in the Pioneer Cemetery. This is my sojourn in the wilderness story.